Hello and welcome to Learning from Lauren. I am Lauren, your host, and today we are going to talk about the hardest part about becoming a travel agent, and that is finding your clients. Now, I have done a whole series of these. There are some hardest parts about being a travel advisor. A lot of people don't like to talk about them. They like to act like it's so easy and you could just start and there's no issues. But in reality, this is the biggest part where people kind of struggle and people just expect, hey, I became a travel agent and I posted it one time on Facebook, and not every single person that I've ever met in my entire life is contacting me after that day to book a trip. What's up with that? And how come people aren't just contacting me all the time to book travel with me? I mean, I post twice and that should be enough. People should just be finding me. And I think that the misconception is that when you start as a travel advisor, that part of your job is to gain trust from people, that you have knowledge of areas, and that you want to help people learn about those areas and show off your knowledge so that when they are ready to book, they do want to book with you. Now, tough love here, but everyone that you know is not going to book with you, and you need to get over that now, and you can't take it personally. A lot of people will take it very personally, thinking like, well, everyone should book with me and they should just assume that I have a small business, so they need to support small businesses, and I'm a small business, so support me. That's not how all businesses work, unless you literally, with all your friends, always do everything for them and do every small business possible and don't shop anywhere that is not a small business. That's not going to happen for you. There are some people, and you don't know all of the ins and outs of their booking. Sometimes people get embarrassed that they don't actually pay for their vacations. Their in-laws or their own family pays for it. So they don't actually have any say in their vacation, but they act like they do in person. And that is a big thing that you have to kind of get over, is that not everyone's going to book with you. Even some of your closest friends won't book with you, and that's okay. You don't need them to book with you. You're going to find people who want to book with you. But where do you find those people? First of all, you have to be out there and people have to know your name. So you need to be able to get out in the world. Maybe you go on social media a lot. Maybe you have a website. Maybe around town you are in some networking groups and people get to know, like, wow, you're a travel agent. I didn't even think about that. And that's like an easy referral that I can refer people to. So you need to think about it like that, in the sense of how are you going to get out there? Because you have to be the person that is getting out there, and it can't be other people. So you have to decide what it is. Are you going online, or are you going to be doing it in person? Are you going to do a mixture of both? How are people going to know that you are in charge of booking travel? So you have to kind of come up with those scenarios yourself and think about what you would be the most comfortable with. There are some things that I absolutely do not like to do. And guess what? I just don't do them. So it's that easy. I pick the things that work best for me, and that seems to work. You can also put out, Facebook ads or Instagram ads or TikTok ads to try and get more people to your page so that they'll be more likely to book with you in the future. But you have to understand it's kind of like a long game thing. When you become a travel agent, everyone isn't ready to book travel at that moment. And your friends and family may not be the kinds of people who want to book travel. So you have to find those outside sources, and you have to make sure that you get your name out there in a positive way. So if you're going to go out there and be a negative person about, everything that's available out there, that's not going to help you. You're not going to be able to compete against like prices at Costco. If people are only about the price, that's probably not the person that is for you. So you want the person that sees the value in you and what you bring to the table, because you bring that knowledge and personal experience, while Costco just brings a low number. So you have to kind of decide there, Am I going to waste my time trying to convince people who are never going to book with me that, I'm better than Costco? Or am I going to focus on, okay, that person's not my person. So where can I find more people that are my people? You need to kind of think about who that person is that you are trying to get to. So, who are the types of people who would be traveling to whatever the location is that you want to specialize in? Where would they be going? Maybe what are past trips that they have taken? What are the kinds of experiences that they would go to? And you want to try and work on getting your name out there. And I've talked about this in past videos, but you really want to understand that you're probably going to do some upfront costs first before you're going to see any rewards from that. So you can go back about how it's going to cost you money to start to become a travel agent, but it's really important that you understand that it's not just going to happen overnight. But when you start getting clients, the most important thing that you can do is try to get them to do referrals and repeat business. The point is to get that repeat business back to you. You don't want to keep having one person, book a trip with you and then never come back. So the goal there is you want to really work hard for your first couple of clients so they'll repeat and come back to you. Otherwise, you have to work even harder over and over again. All right, so I hope that helps you. And just understand that even though there are hard parts, there are some easier parts. And also, I want to tell you that below in the link, there is information about if you want to become a travel agent. I have some free resources down there for you. And I also designed a new course because so many of you reached out with so many questions that I just decided this was probably easier for all of you. I cannot do one-on-ones coaching. I cannot help you one-on-one, but I do have that course that should help you to get started and will save you so much time and money in the end so that you can get started on becoming a travel advisor. And there is a special deal between now and August 4th. So if you click that link, it will bring you hopefully to the discounted page, or you can do Learning FL. So to get your 20% off. All right, that will do it for today's show. I will talk to you next time on Learning